Good evening, and welcome along to the big show here on NVTV. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be chatting to singer-songwriter Clive Culbertson about his brand new single, Waiting for Love to Begin. Also finding out about his new album and working with music legends like Van Morrison. We'll also have some live music from the archives from Belfast's Queen of the Blues, Hawkins, and also UK blues artist Danny Bryant. But starting things off, we're going to be chatting to a Northern Ireland YouTube sensation who's had a busy few months. Not only has he bought his parents a brand new home, but he's also been travelling around the countryside in an ice cream van giving out presents to people who he thinks deserves them. We're talking about YouTuber Adam B, and here's a look at what he's been up to recently.
Guys, we're currently driving in the ice cream truck, right? I'm actually excited to see people's faces whenever they see the ice cream truck. I wonder if we'll turn a few heads in this video. But the first person we're going to, his name is Lucas. His parents have nominated him because he really wants to become a YouTuber. So I decided to get him some stuff that might help him with YouTube. Okay guys, I'm currently outside the house. I feel like we're spying or something. Okay, let's open the hatch.
Does he know we're here?
I don't even know if he knows we're here. Hello Lucas. How are you? Good. I understand you want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Wow.
Well, because you want to be a YouTuber, I got you a few things. I got you a drone so you can get some aerial shots.
Thank you.
Also got you a new camera.
Hey!
There you go, that's your camera, of course. You can't forget the tripod. There's the tripod, so you literally have the same gear as me now.
Thank you.
Some advice I would have for YouTube is to be yourself and never get discouraged. Always push on. Okay?
Okay.
We have got one down. There's like 20 more to go, and oh my god, it's such a good feeling being able to surprise people. Okay, next up we have a girl called Roisin. Let's do it. How are you, Roisin? I've heard a lot about you. I'm just here as a little surprise. I have to give you a little
Oh my god!
little surprise. There you go.
Thank you.
I heard you watch the videos and you're a big fan, so thank you very much. Here we go. Well, I got you a little something. I got you a little GoPro. And to go with that GoPro, got you a little light as well, just to light up. And I got a little briefcase full of like GoPro accessories for you to use. And Alyssa, don't worry, you're not going to be handed.
That's alright.
I got you a little phone as well.
Mummy.
Our next family to be surprised have a very sad story. Bruna Burke, mother of two beautiful twins, Adam and Aoife. Bruna recently lost her husband in April this year. Thomas died in front of his wife and twins. He was only 29. However, Adam and Aoife were superheroes that night, running out to the street to call for an ambulance, remain calm while Bruna performed CPR. This is only some of the things they did to try to help that night. They are only 3 years of age. Very soon, on June 28th, it will be Adam and Aoife's first birthday without their dad. To make it extra special, Bruna is asking anyone and everyone to send a birthday card to them. Such a small gesture, but one which will have a massive impact. Bruna remains brave throughout fighting this trauma. So today, I'm going to try to take their mind off things. So guys, we're on our way to Bruna's and Adam and Aoife's, and I'm super excited. As you can see, we have packed the truck full of toys and gifts. We literally fitted as much as we could back there, and oh, I'm super excited to see their faces. And I'm also really excited for Bruna to see this. It's time to surprise them. We're on our way to make one brave mummy smile and two superheroes of twins hopefully have a great day with their new toys. Are you guys excited in the back?
Yes!
We've got the whole of family 4 in the back here to help us. Guys, I can't tell you, I am like super nervous.
It's quite bumpy.
Hello.
Is it only fun?
Are you alright? We've got a few surprises.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Be strong.
Oh my god.
We have a big jar. There you go.
Hey, what we get room for? Adam, come here, I didn't know that. I'm gonna shop.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Everyone say cheese! That's my favorite choice.
Oh my god, no. No way. No.
This is for you.
Oh my god. No.
I wish I could give her a hug.
And I'm pleased to say that Adam B joins us now on the line. Adam, how are you?
All good, Robin. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So you've had a busy couple of weeks, haven't you?
Yeah. This video that I just put out recently, it took up quite a lot of our time, a lot of organising, and it was incredible to give back to the local community and to share that positive message. It was just so heartwarming for me to share.
So for people who don't know, you took 20 grand of your own money, you jumped in an ice cream van, and you travelled about the countryside giving out gifts to people who you think deserved it. How did all this come about?
So I set up it does sound crazy. I set up an email account and I asked people to send in nominations of people who they thought deserved a gift. And we literally received thousands of emails, and we got a lot of nominations from people who definitely deserved a gift, who we obviously have chosen, and others who really stuck out to me personally and my family. And it's the most I've ever seen my mum cry in 1 week. The amount of touching stories that were sent to us was just unbelievable, and it made us realize how lucky we are in a sense, because there's so many families out there that have had so many struggles, personal battles, families that have been torn apart, and yeah, it made us feel like we shouldn't take what we have for granted, if you know what I mean. It was a real eye opener for me, and yeah, as I said, it was incredible to be able to give back.
Some of the stories were just heartbreaking, weren't they? Like the story of the lady who had just lost her husband and was left with the little children. You gave them a car, didn't you?
I did, yes. Bruna, she is such a brave mum, and her two little twins. They're two little characters, so they are. Whenever we actually met in the video, I went over to give Adam, the little boy, a little elbow. And it wasn't on camera because we didn't get it on camera, but he sort of tutted it and rolled his eyes. He was like, oh, this again. He's only 3 years of age, and he has such a good personality. Yeah, they're two cute twins, and Bruna. It was quite a touching story for, I think, everyone locally, and yeah, I'm so thankful that she was able to be helped out with the new car. And I only just learned that her family car was actually returned back 2 weeks prior to the surprise, which was probably in a sense even better surprise for her. So yeah, it's incredible.
And then of course there's the little boy who's a big fan of yours, and he wants to be a YouTuber just like you, doesn't he?
Yes. There was actually two of them who wanted to be YouTubers. One of their names was Lucas, and the other one was Shane. And yeah, both of them, I gave them a little bit of advice and gave them things that might help them with their YouTube channel. And they were really, really thankful and appreciative, and their parents as well. So crazy.
Now, it used to be when kids said when they grow up they want to be things like firemen or doctors and vets, but nowadays, thanks to you and all the hits that you're getting on YouTube, kids are now saying, I want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, I think that was a thing for even the past few years. I think more and more kids are watching YouTube, and they're seeing like all these videos, and I'm glad that I can at least inspire some younger kids. Hopefully with a positive message that I put out about being kind and being, it's cool to be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. And it's great to be able to share that message, and it's great that kids are adapting to that, and they want to aspire to be like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a win-win situation. It's great for me to be able to do these things, but also to inspire younger kids to do the same is, it's just incredible.
So how does somebody become a successful YouTuber? How did it all start for you?
Robin, I'm still asking myself that same question.
So was it just a matter of luck?
I think it was. I genuinely believe that some things in life just happen for a reason. There's no real explanation for it. I guess people just liked watching my videos, and liked seeing my pranks, challenges, vlogs, especially with the family. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why.
So there's no secret then to making a video that gets over 200,000 views?
No, it's just the luck of the draw, really. And YouTube is a very humbling platform. Even the biggest creators on YouTube still get humbled by YouTube in terms of like performance growth. You could be a really big YouTuber, but you could still have a video that might not perform as well as you had hoped or had planned. Any business, anything that people set their minds to, it's you need perseverance, and you need to push through it, and you need to battle through the low times as much as celebrating the high times.
So as well as all the success and all the positive comments that you get, what about, do you get nasty comments from the trolls out there?
Yeah, of course there are trolls, but on the other side of the stick as well, there's also people who give constructive criticism, which I really appreciate, because they almost give you tips in a way on how to be better. And through the years, I've listened to all of that, both from friends, people who've commented, even as much as family. You know what I mean? Constructive criticism is needed. You know what I mean? Because you can't live this false hope of everything's great and everything you're doing is fantastic, because you can always improve something. You know what I mean?
So how did your family react when you said, I'm going to become a full-time YouTuber?
Well, it was quite a gradual process, because things didn't really kick off until 2017, and I finally made the decision it was first a decision to take a year out from education before I went to university, just to see how YouTube pans out, see where it took me. And oh my God, the journey so far has been incredible, and my family have been with me every step of the way, and they've seen the things that YouTube can do, the platforms that it can launch, and a few things I'm working on too at the minute, which I can't wait to share. It very much is a full-time career, and I think people don't really understand it or see it that way, because they just see the final 15 minutes on YouTube. They just see a video, but what they're forgetting is it's almost like a one-man production show in a way, because you're doing the filming, the editing, that you're packaging it up to do the thumbnail, the title, putting it out there. You're doing all the promotion, so it's quite a very busy job. There's no day where I'm like sitting around going, maybe what should I do today? You know what I mean? It's always on the go. I've always have something to do, which I love. I hate being unproductive and wondering what I should do. I always have something to do, which is fantastic.
Now, you bought your parents a house recently as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It was quite an emotional video as well. Life has just been crazy for the past 2 months. But yeah, I surprised my family with the house that they have wanted since they viewed the house in January this year. But they always talked about moving since last year, or even as far back as 2018. And yeah, it was fantastic to be able to surprise them in the way that I did on video, and it's memories that we'll share forever, and memories we can always look back on.
So you must be making an absolute fortune.
I'm doing all right.
So you've done the 20 grand's worth of gifts, you've bought your parents a new house. What's next? How do you top that?
You know what? I'm asking myself that. I'm like, maybe I'm going down a path where I can't top myself anymore. But yeah, I mean, I'm working on a few projects that, as I said, I cannot wait to share. I'm so excited to, you know, for the news to come out about those. And but in terms of like big video ideas, I'm always thinking about what I can do even bigger next and even better. But yeah, I think for now, it's back to the drawing board. I need to see what else I can do to help out, and what else I can do that people will enjoy watching.
Brilliant. Now, something else that I nearly forgot to ask: what was the significance of driving around in the ice cream van?
Well, I always wanted to be an ice cream man. Yeah. Whenever I was little, I heard the tune, and everyone's probably the same. You hear the classic ice cream tune, and you're looking out the windows. You're like, the ice cream man's here, and I always remember running out to the street getting ice cream, and I always looked at ice cream men in awe. I was like, I really want to be like you someday and eat all the ice cream in the world. But yeah, I think it was just a childhood dream that I've always wanted to do. And Honey Bear, here where I'm from, they're a local ice cream supplier and ice cream company. They kindly let us use the van and wrap the van for the video, and oh my god, it was just incredible being able to like actually, you know, do the ice cream machine. Yeah. Like, oh my god, I'm living the dream here.
Brilliant. We'll keep on living the dream, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to come up with next. Adam B, thank you.
Cheers, Robin. I really appreciate the interview. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, time for some live music from the archives, and something from Belfast's Queen of the Blues. Here is Kaz Hawkins.
I had no boyfriend, took me drinking way too many times. That dirty old Nick boy took me drinking with the devil, drinking with the devil, drinking with the devil. Side. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Being with you makes a day go by. Stay here with me till the drink goes dry. Don't leave me where my walls close in. I can't make it sober, can't rid of my sin. I said drink with the devil, drink with the devil inside. Drink with the devil, drink with the devil inside. Take me with you, can handle one more. Don't fill me with mean juice, then say no more. It's you who we use and not the other way around. I'm lost in this madness, can't hear a sound with the devil. Drinking with the devil inside. I got high with the devil, drinking with the devil inside. Come on and drink with the devil till you lose control. Drink with the devil till you can't feel no more. Yeah. Feel no more. Come on and drink with the devil till you're out of control. Drink with the devil till you can see no more. See no more. So I went down to the muddy waters, and I got down, Lord, on my knees, child. And I prayed to the Lord, yes, I prayed. I prayed good, oh, and I prayed hard. And the Lord, He said, child, you gotta work them blues. He said, child, you gotta sing them blues. He said, child, you gotta play them blues. Yeah. He said, child, yeah, you gotta just be you. Well, I doubt the dear devil will hear your plea, 'cause as many a bar would have fell on their knee. I ride on this boat and cover my eyes, swinging with the devil till I feel alive. I'm drinking with the devil, drinking with the devil inside. I got high with the devil, drinking with the devil inside. Come on and drink with the devil till you lose control. Drink with the devil till you can't feel no more. Feel no more. Come on and drink with the devil till you're out of control. Drink with the devil till you can see no more. See no more. Hey.
And staying with blues music, we'll have some more blues from Danny Bryant before the end of the show. But right now, singer-songwriter Clive Culbertson is back with a brand new single called Waiting for Love to Begin. He's got a new album on the way as well, and he'll be chatting to us in just a second after we take a look at the man himself in action.
I love that ain't a game. The more I get to talk to you, the more I seem to find the love we're gonna have tonight is right in the front of your mind. Oh, how could this be wrong when it feels so right? Come on, baby, let me love you tonight. How could this be wrong when it feels so good? Come on, baby, love me like you should.
So let's find out about Clive's brand new music, because the man himself joins us on the line. Clive, how are you, sir?
Very good today, Robin. I'm just being lazy again.
We'll talk about the new single in just a second, but what's life in lockdown been like for you over the past few months?
You know, generally, as I keep saying, if I had a load of money in the bank, it'd be a great way to live. But so I'm spending a lot more time meditating. I'm doing more walking. It's grand. Really, I wouldn't like it to go on forever, but it hasn't been too bad.
Now, you have your own studio as well, so I suppose for musicians like you could just go into your studio, make some new music, be working away on new tracks and stuff.
Well, I'm writing a few more things at the moment, and I have an album sort of 3/4 finished that single came from. But I mean, nowadays, almost everything's done online.
Yeah.
Very few musicians ever come into the studio now. Usually I prefer the drummers to come in because of a specific sound I like. And even now, if we have anything come in, we just send it out to the musicians, send it out to guitar players, and they email it back.
So are there any musicians that you've been working with recently that we should know about? Anybody producing some really good music soon?
Singer-songwriters. I've actually a new Anthony Toner album. He's coming in to start his new thing in July. I'm not sure exactly when in July, but he's coming in to do an album of songs about Belfast.
Oh, wow.
So I'm looking forward to that for many reasons. You know, he's a major talent, certainly probably the most important singer-songwriter in Ireland at the moment. Yeah. And I love him coming in. It's a real joy.
So tell us about the new single, Waiting for Love to Begin. How did that come about?
Well, obviously I'm 65 now, so I grew up with the whole Laurel Canyon, 60s, 70s, West Coast country, big fan of the Eagles, Burrito Brothers, people like that, and I've always been a fan. Now, this is an unknown track off a Flying Burrito Brothers album from 77, I think, or thereabouts. And I used to sing it in bands. If I was out working with country bands or wedding bands or whatever, I always sang the song. And because I was sitting, a couple of years ago, I'm thinking, I've got all these songs I'd love to do. So the album will be called Songs I Wish I'd Written.
Yes.
And these are just songs, and to be honest, I listen to them sometimes, Robin, and I think that's not really a Clive Culbertson song, but I don't care. Anthony Toner made a really great comment a few years ago when I was talking to him. I said, Anthony, why are we doing this anymore? You know, you get a couple of thousand sales of an album and that's it, dead. And Anthony says, we're doing it for ourselves. Anything else is a bonus. So I thought, oh, that's great. I'm doing this for myself. And I mean, people will be surprised at the mix of sort of songs that are on it. Some country stuff, some West Coast stuff, some 60s pop stuff, just songs that I love. And at the end of the day, if we only sell enough albums for it to pay for itself, it doesn't matter, it'll be grand. And hopefully, if this thing the madness stops, I'll get out next year and do a quick theatre tour.
So when can we get our hands on the new album then?
I have 7 songs finished. I actually recorded a couple more Flying Burrito Brothers tracks when I was doing nothing over the last couple of weeks. There are 2 other songs I really wanted to do, and I thought, God, it might be too much country. And I thought, I love these songs. So I've just done, and they're back now. The drums went on them yesterday. Pedal steel goes on them next week. So yeah, they're heading. So I would say it'll end up being spring of the year before it actually comes out. Well, we'll get another couple of singles out. Yeah, I think beforehand, try and get some mileage. I'd love to get. I used to do a theatre tour. Half a dozen theatres every year. And when we started looking for it last year, the game had changed. A lot of people, when you rang theatres and you said, hello, I was in your theatre last year. And who are you? And where do you come from? And what do you do? Yeah. You're going, who is this? And of course, a lot of the people had changed over the year, 18 months since I was last round. Yeah. And they had no idea. Whereas I was always blessed. I've been in the entertainment industry. I've done lots of television, lots of radio. So most people in the industry know who I am.
Exactly. I mean,
strangely now, the kids don't.
The kids don't, but who cares? You played with Van Morrison, didn't you?
I played on the Avalon Sunset album and on his biggest selling record of all time, Have I Told You Lately? And that was an absolute joy. When he's great, he's great. When he's awful. But really a genius, a total, complete and utter genius. Loved him dearly, loved his music. Probably the highlight of my career, working with him.
So how did that relationship start? Did you know Van from way back?
Well, I knew the guy that used to look after him, his personal assistant, John Rogers. Yes. And I'd known John for a lot of years, lovely man. So Van was over in 1980 one time, and he was bored. And he said to John Rogers, get me somebody, get me anybody, get me somebody to talk to. And of course, because, as you know, I'm a Druid, I'm a Rosicrucian, I'm a few other things and whatever. So, of course, John Rogers says, I know this guy. So that was it. He rang up, said, will you come down and do dinner and we'll have a chat? And to be honest, we were really good friends. And we did the thing that he did up at the, where the Farmers Union thing is, the big hall, where Van played outdoors. And we were support on that in 1980, and we just remained friends, and it was great. It was great up until I joined the band, and then I stopped being his friend and I became his employee. Yeah. And he always thinks that once you're on the payroll, then he can talk to you whatever way he wants and treat you whatever way he wants, and we should be okay with that. And I wasn't. Yeah. Basically.
So now that you're out of the band, what's your relationship with Van Morrison like now?
Oh, we don't speak. We had a couple of testy meetings after I left the band, and it's a big long story. And he wanted me to give him meditations that I had, and when you're in these meditations, you can't give stuff away. You're not, and I got a phone number for him to ring the people. They're happy for people, and he said, "No, I want yours." I said, "You're not getting mine," and that was it. And we did the last 2 gigs of the tour in the Royal Albert Hall.
Wow!
And he wouldn't talk to me for 2 days. It was awful.
Well, if you're going to leave, go out in style and do it at the Royal Albert Hall.
Well, what a gig to go out on, I mean, I really miss that, and I wish we could have sorted it out.
Now, what about the Chieftans? Because you've toured with them as well, haven't you?
Chieftans are the most incredible bunch of musicians I've ever worked with in my life. They were on for about half of the tour. they did an hour in front of Anne, and I used to stand at the side of the stage every night and go, oh my God, because you were watching people that were right at the peak of their playing ability, and particularly my friend of many years, Derek Bell, who for me is probably the greatest musician I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And he was so good. And of course, what we used to do actually after the van gigs, just for a bit of background, is that because we both meditated, we used to come in from the gig at the hotel, go up and do our 40 minutes or so of meditation, and then come back down to the bar again, where we would enjoy a couple of Baileys before we went to bed. He was glorious. He was wonderful. I loved him.
Now, in the words of Alphaville, you're big in Japan, aren't you?
Big in Japan. Strangely, in 2007, a Japanese record company decided that they would re-release the Sweat album and a collection of Clive Culbertson half-finished demos and rough mixes. That should never have been out. Songs were great, but there was no money spent on it. And I did ask the guy at the time, look, I'll remix them. I'll do it at my own expense. Nah, not worth the time. It's not worth the bother. But so they came out in Japan. I rang the guy, Nobu, and I said, look, this is really great, and I'm really impressed. But why are you buying these? I mean, this was out in 1980 and whatever. And he goes, because of your 2 top 10 hits in Japan. I'm going, what 2 top 10 hits would this be? And my wee punky single, Time to Kill, Busy Signal, was a top 10 in 1979. And the year after the Sweat broke up, I brought out a solo single called Kiss Me, and it was top 10 in Japan as well, neither of which I was told about, and neither of which I was ever paid for.
Wow.
So whenever we went back, and I went back, I rang the PRS and that, MCPS, and I said, I've just found out is there any way I can chase up this money? And the guy said, well, here's your problem. He says, they digitized all the records in Japan, so there are no records before 1993. I mean, I probably wouldn't have retired to the Bahamas, but I could certainly have earned, it might have been a few £1,000 anyway.
And you could have toured there regularly, and I know from anybody who plays out there, the reception you get from the fans is just amazing.
It was absolutely brilliant. We went out in 2007 and did a weekend out there in Tokyo, and it was like, I have to laugh about this, because I had to take all my words of my songs in a folder and have I wouldn't remember my own name, Rob, and never mind the words of it. And all these kids who weren't even born when I got my moment of success knew all the words of my songs. Wow. And that was glorious. That was just wonderful. Of my own personal career, that's the highlight. That's the highlight of it all. It was wonderful. But then, of course, then all the economies went down the toilet with the crash. And although we had other tours planned for the upcoming years, the guy just said, the economy's in the toilet. He says, sorry, can't. And of course, 10 years later, it's done. It's over. So we're hoping. I actually have a Clive Culbertson album, which will just be more power poppy than the country one. That's why this single is out as Clive Culbertson and New Moon, because that's the country band we had through the 90s and stuff. So people will know when they see the New Moon name on it that it's going to be the more country stuff. And if I put it out as Clive Culbertson, The Sweat, which this next album should be, then they'll know that's the more power pop. And it'll give me a couple of avenues for putting out different music,
Great stuff, Clive. Well, it's been great talking to you. And sure, when we get back into the studio in Belfast, we'll get you down into the studio very soon.
That'll be brilliant, Robin. Look forward to it.
The very best of luck with the new single and the new album.
Thanks a million. God bless. Take care. Bye.
Now, to finish off the show this week, some more live music from the archives and something from Danny Bryant. Here's what happened the last time he was in the Big Show studio. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Dead of night, back door slam, midnight Now creeper, I'm your other man. Hotel downtown, room by the hour. You forget why you came as she slips in the shower. Band of gold slides back on her finger. Fire goes out, but the guilt will linger. And I know it's wrong, and I should just forget her. I know it's wrong, this guilty pleasure. I should move on and just live without her, but I can't live without my painkiller. Car pulls out the drive, disappears up the road. Phone's off the hook and the lights are down low. I lean on the bell, I slip inside like a thief in the night with a perfect rhyme. Your lipstick on my shirt, your scent on my skin. Never really mattered, it didn't mean a thing. And I know it's wrong, and I should just forget it. I know it's wrong, this guilty pleasure. I should move on and just live without her, but I can't do without my pain killer.